Hey everyone, Kai here. Today I'm going to be watching the 5th episode of 16-Bit Another Layer. Now, this episode I'm really excited for. Don't let the fact that I'm recording this a day late fool you. I definitely am very interested to see how this episode goes. Because last episode we pretty much had, Konoha very much trying to convince Mamoru to not quit the company and all that good stuff. And eventually Mamoru's getting all down on PC98, kind of giving up on it, but then we have Konoha giving him very much a pep talk to revitalize him and all that. And, I'm, I'm thinking maybe that may have some effect on the future. Like, it's possible that we're just going to come back. Konoha's going to come back to a regular time and just PC98 everywhere. That's the future right there, because of how hard Mamoru-kun worked to make it happen because of Konoha's influence, and it's just gonna have to go back in time and get that all fixed. Like, that's my running theory. I'm not sure. I keep debating with myself how likely I think that is, but it could happen, right? So that's pretty much we ended off on her coming back, right? Because we didn't show anything after that really. So right now she could have came back and do any version of 2023. So it could be the one I described. It very well could be. Or maybe he tried really hard to make PC98 a thing and it just caused the world to end, right? People just projected it so hard, caused this big civil war, and now there's no technology to be found anywhere. We're all just scavenging for food in dumpsters. There's no computers anywhere, no technology, no electricity, right? That could be a thing too. But right now, one thing I do know for sure is that Mamoru cannot at all deny that she's a time traveler. He's seen too much evidence, so that's a pretty good thing, right, in and of itself. But I'm really eager to get into it. So let's just do that. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, please click the like button and support me on Patreon for access to the picture-in-picture version. So let us begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Yeah, we're picking up right after she came back. So, do we have any changes? I thought for sure she's going to be inside of a building. So being in the grass really caught me off guard there. I don't think that's true. But, yeah, bye, Hito. How rude. But we'll see. We'll see if things have changed much. But I'm going to elaborate why I basically had a spit take there. Because when I saw the grass, first thing that came to my mind was that, like I said, she screwed up the timeline so badly. No technology, no city. We're all just living in the huts, and there's just grass and trees everywhere. That was the first thing that came to my mind when I saw the grass. That was funny. People are just like, "What's a computer? What's a tablet? What's a PC98?" So that was the reason for that. In case you were curious, why I almost spit on my monitor, my microphone. Definitely some interesting shots on this opening. I look forward to getting some context for. Boom up, boom up. Let us start. Good things come in threes. Oh yeah, she said that, didn't she? Yeah, Canon, Sengoku rants. It's a good shot of it too. We have a great shot of Sengoku rants there. I think that's the best shot we've gotten of it so far. Right. Okay. So we know how it works now. That's definitely good to know. What a weird way to have time travel, but it's interesting. Can we open Sengoku Rants? I want to go back to peak Alisoft. I mean, I don't really know exactly when peak Alisoft was, but they were always pretty good at that point. Well, yeah, I felt that was obvious. Because we're messing with time. I mean, yes. It's not all you did. Yeah, I think we're missing some Ubisoft games there. Not anymore. It's no time to go full hikikomori. We gotta fix this. Home sweet home. Same crappy job. Hello, Miss Donuts. How have you been? Wanna go? Yeah. When your life sucks, you just want to go back to alcohol. It's probably not true, but let's do it anyway. Good luck on that one. You conspicuous, you are not. Or inconspicuous. 1999, right before the glorious year 2000. Everyone was afraid of the Y2K bug. That's a canon battle cry right there. Let's go! Like, what the heck? I do not get paid enough for this. Who are you? You look almost important. And did she say that too? $19.99. Man, if only I could go back to 1999. How depressing. That was in sync. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Who are they? Pretty sure they're new. You think you'd be used to it by now. She disappears, you wait a few years, she'll come back. Almost like she's a time traveler. But she definitely does look a bit older than the other girl. Hey, a girl takes her time. So what about Mamoru? How's he doing? Yeah. I kind of missed my chance to say it, but I do quite approve of her outfit there. Yeah, that'll help. Horoscope. Don't think I've heard of that one. Hashimoto. Kikiko. Lala going Kikiko. I figured. Kikilo. I like him. There's too many people I don't like it. I'm sure rumors have definitely spread about her. The disbelief. Super chats. That's. I am dead. Oh, hey, Mamoru. Great to see you. I'm waiting a minute. Okay. Oh, my eyes are watering so much. Yeah, you're not very reliable, Konoha. Her each of her voice is just perfect. I don't know how to describe it. Like I have to listen to it again to know who it's most sounded like, but that was either Miko or Konone. Like it sounded like some VTuber right now. But yeah, that may have been the funniest thing in the whole show so far, I would say. Yeah. Okay. Go for it. You know, your chest already looks really big without putting your arms like that. I mean, that's not a good thing, because that means an all I'm trying to talk. It means an all ages version. Which are the worst versions. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Ichigaya, that's some hair you got there. Probably. It sounds kind of familiar. That sounds pretty great. Hey, you know, I've never played that one, but I really want to at some point. Yeah, it does suck when people refuse to acknowledge the glory of Bishoujo. There are, and it's sad to see. This man's not wrong. He's a true visionary. I do like how those who look they just jumped out of an arrow gate. It's great. Let's do it. Very passionate man. I can respect that. Like I like what he's a lot of what he's saying. Trying to downplay it. I mean, from a business standpoint, there's no reason not to. Being mainstream is not a good thing. It's 1999, right? What would that be? Nintendo 64? I think that's around that time. Actually not sure. Yeah, let's not do anything hasty. Games missing from the future. Yeah. I feel like they wouldn't just steal a small handful of your hero kit. They would probably take them all as well as other things. I mean, not if it means less hero kit exist. Like, I bought those games. It's just like getting stolen by the space-time continuum. You would understand my problems, you normie. I missed you guys. Well, maybe I could fix it, you know, by going back more. Come on, have some faith. I love her. Man, he really does feel much more grown up now. Okay. Cody, our director. Our sexy, sexy director. Yeah. A lot of time they will add new content for account support to make up for the fact that they're literally taking content away that can't be on it. Of course, the problem with that is that it makes it very ambiguous what's the definitive version, and much arguments will spring up because of that. Well, that's when hackers get involved to make an unofficial definitive version on PC, like what happened with the Fate Stay Night. To give an example, I think it's called Fate Stay Night Ultimate Edition or something like that. But we'll never get anything like that officially. Of course. I'm doing good, important work here. Good question. I could tell, but like, I guess she just wants to be a fly on the wall. Fair enough, but because I don't think her working on the game is really has that much of an effect on things. Like, it's mostly Mamoru-kun that she's had a real effect on. That's probably caused some things to change. I guess also Toya, which is. Did she do anything important in the future? They're so in sync. Wrestling, okay. Yeah, it's not quite probably what he had in mind, yeah. Came up with the whole thing of water in this episode already. It's a 1999 phone for you right there. Bye, I guess. That's her real goal. She wants to live out her dream of being an aero game maid. No matter how depressed you are, when she enters a room, you gotta feel better. Fair enough, but I hate them. Wish they didn't exist. That's just my opinion. But I don't expect anyone here to agree with that. I was waiting for it. Yeah. This is our maid right here, making messes. Is that important? Oh, okay. That could definitely be. Okay, I didn't get to see all of it, but yeah, that was on there too. Yes, because that's one thing I was kind of worried about. Like, is Ichigaya, is this whole thing really on the up and up on the level trustworthy? Like, did we even find out what console's being released for? Like, what do we even know about this whole thing? Guess we'll find out next episode. Oh yeah, that Yeah, they've been in the ED this whole time, haven't they? That's okay. Yeah, we finally have those two in the show now. Wow. Okay, that's good. I don't know their names. That was it. Kiki and La La La. I don't quite remember, but yeah, it's them. Our twins. Some of the most anime-looking characters in the show so far, aside from Konoha herself. Even more so than Konoha. Believe in me. Konoha o shinjite. So yeah, the me is obviously Konoha. That doesn't quite get across in the translation, but you can probably just assume so anyway. But anyway, that was the 5th episode of 16-Bit Sensation Another Layer. What a unique show this is. Like, not to brag or anything, but I've seen a lot of anime. Like, I probably have almost 1,000 entries on, you know, those anime tracking websites. Obviously, some of those are sequel seasons and OVAs and movies and stuff like that, but still, I've seen a lot of anime, right? So it's not often that I watch something and I think to myself, wow, what a unique thing that I have no idea where this is going. Like, I don't really... That thought doesn't cross my mind very much as I watch anime nowadays, but, you know, this show really does it. Like, because the last time jump we did, we were at, Konoha was pretty much at the same age as Mamoru, right? So I thought maybe, okay, maybe that's as far as we're going to go in the time travel future. Like, not, you know, it's hard to explain that in a sentence, but, like, we're not going to jump back any more recently than that. That's kind of what I was thinking. But, no, now I just have no idea how far we're going to go. Like, 1999 could be the end, because that seems like a pretty good number to stay below 2000, but, you know, in episode 7 we may be 2004. Like, I don't know. Like, are we going to keep doing it until we eventually get back to 2023? Like, because I mean, we're almost halfway through the series, so we probably don't have time for that. But like, yeah, I don't know how far it's going to go. Like, I don't even know, and that's kind of exciting. But so yeah, so that's one thing that's, yeah, definitely on my mind. So, and the show just in general is just really fun to watch, just partly just because of Konoha. She's a very fun, likable, relatable main character. She's silly. She's pretty positive usually. I mean, obviously she's not super happy doing her regular day job, right? That's usually when you see her at her most unhappy. But like, you know, as soon as she gets back to everyone back at Alcohol Soft and sees all those familiar faces, she cheers up, right? So she's a very positive bundle of energy. I mean, obviously she's a little bit worried because the time travel is clearly having some effects on the future, and if you ever watch any time travel related thing in your life, you'll you know, not be too surprised by that. Like, because obviously we have a time travel story here, and some things are always going to be inherent with that. One of those things is, of course, making things you do in the past make changes to the future, and sometimes you have to go back and fix them, right? That's nothing new in a time travel focused story, but like Arrowhead being a focal point in the time travel story, that's new, I'm pretty sure. Like, if you can think of any other show that's about a girl that's really into Arrowhead traveling through time, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised. I mean, there might be an Arrowhead itself that's about time travel. I mean, Science Gate, I guess, but that's a little bit of a different thing. But yeah, she eventually made her way back to Alcohol Soft and sees just how different it is. They're much more successful now. They've clearly expanded, like bigger building, more people, including our twins. We also had a green-haired girl, like in the Miss Donut. I think she's going to be important later on. Is that the girl we saw in that one shot at the beginning of that one episode, where she was like around the border, the blue-red border, and all that? I might go back to that later and check that on my own time. But yeah, she does go back to 1999, which I can only imagine how much people talked about the year 2000 at that point, because that is a huge, huge deal, right? Like, people who were born after 2000 probably can't really understand that, but like, yeah, it's even living between centuries is a pretty big deal. Imagine living from like 1800s to 1900s. Like, you'd have to be born in the late 1800s but you can make that happen, right? Because that alone is a pretty big deal. But going to the next millennia, that's a pretty mind-blowing thing for a lot of people. Like, could you imagine how different the world was when we entered the year 1000? The first one. Like, obviously, a lot of progress since then, and it'll be a very long time before anyone again experiences going into a new millennia. But anyway, so yeah, I can only imagine how much people would talk about it back then. But yeah, Konoha has quite a reputation. Like, she just shows up for a little bit, does some work, leaves for a few years, comes back, you know, hey guys. Like, that's gotta be such a weird thing for them. But they're always like welcoming her with open arms. Literally. So it's great to see. And she always gets to see the developments and all that. And I'm pretty sure they still don't think she's a time traveler. I think Mamoru's the only one that actually knows that. Everyone else just kind of, you know, doesn't pay it much mind. But so I want to go back to what are the names again? Oh, yeah, we have a fan club manager too. Yeah, we have Kikiko, scenario writer, and Lalako. Kikako, Lalako. Yeah, they definitely look very, very anime. Like, more so than any other character in the show, by far. Everyone else in the company, new hires look pretty generic otherwise, so they very much stand out. Oh yeah, I want to go back to the super chat thing where she introduces herself. If your food is anything sweet, my specialty is doing impressions of the VTuber reading out super chats. You can see all those Akasupas, the red super chats. Just the voice she does. Now that I listen to it again, it doesn't really sound like anyone in particular, but it definitely sounds like a VTuber, if that makes sense. I can listen to her say that like over and over again. The whole minna arigato thing. I kind of want to read the super chats themselves. I mean, I don't think I'll do that right now. And I can at least skim real quick, see if anything jumps out at me. Probably not. I mean, there's the 50,000 yen one. Konna kawaii ga saiko no irashito o kaku nante kamisugiru. Sonkei shitemasu. Doki doki ga tomaranai. Korekara mo ouen shimasu. That was doing so well. Something shitsure shimashita. Okay, basically, yeah, very, very cute illustration, drawing. You know, it's god level. You know, I have a lot of respect for it. I literally can't stop Doki Doki, and you know, I'll continue to support you going forward. I'm not a translator, guys, but that's basically more or less what it says. The red one, the 50,000 yen one. Of course, you have smaller ones too, like the 400 yen one. Itsumo tanoshi haishin arigato gozaimasu. You know, always thank you for the fun live stream as always. This is $10,000 yen one here. Koyu haishin ski. No, Nobita Hoshina Hatsu Super Cha des. Yeah, I like this type of live stream. I wish it was longer. You know, here's the red super chat. I really do need glasses. Ganbatte kudasai. But yeah, there's probably take too long to go through all these. You have a 20,000 yen one here. Do yattara sonna subarashi ega kakerun. So a lot of these are definitely about drawing. So you can definitely tell it was like a drawing focused live stream. This hypothetical, you know, live stream here. Yes. Yahari umare nagara no tensai teirun desu ne. Basically saying that's basically a wonderful drawing. I'm not quite sure about the second part. Something about a born genius, I guess is what it's saying. That she's a born genius. Very, very talented, of course. More or less what he's trying to say. Kiri nuki mo tanashimi ni shitemasu. I'm looking forward to the clip. Because if you're not familiar with YouTubers, a lot of them will have, like, because they have these long live streams, and it's very common for a fan to, like, trim out a specific segment, make it its own video, which are referred to as clips or kiri nuki in Japanese. But, anything else? Let's kind of just skim it. See if anything else really jumps out at me is worth mentioning, because, like I said, there's just too many of these. Definitely a lot of mention of being a genius in some of these, for sure. Konoha Sensei. Mitai ni naritai. I want to be like Konoha Sensei. Even they may even mention, this one even mentions this one even mentions membership, the 10,000 yen one. Omaera membership haire ore ni suzuke. But But yeah, they actually put a lot of effort into this. Like, this actually looks like a legit, yeah, VTuber super chat live stream segment. Like, it looks like convincing. Like, it really does nail it. Okay, I spent more time on that than I wanted to. But like, I don't do so much anymore because I don't have the time. But I have watched VTuber live streams before, right? So, yeah, definitely nailed it there. So. But yeah, what else is there really to say about the episode? Like, obviously the console port was a big plot point. They're working on that. And we're not sure what to think of this whole Ichigaya guy. We'll see more of that next episode, I guess. But otherwise, people are pretty excited of the idea of working on a console port. But I'm still a bit nervous on how this is going to go. If this is all on the up and up, or if we're going to get screwed over, or what exactly is happening. But we did see Yuno. I can't remember if Yuno's been shown before or not, but like, I know Yuno is a very iconic visual novel. I've never read it. I really should at some point. I definitely have heard a lot about it. Like, seen it mentioned in so many different eroge-related conversations on the internet. Even though it always makes you think of the character from Hidamari's sketch, you know. But we did kind of open up to Mamoru-kun a little bit about the time travel thing and all that. So, but like, I don't really know what we can really do to like make things better at this point. Like, we don't even have a concrete grasp of why things have changed the way they have. Like, presumably it's because of the effect we've had on this company here, and they start doing things which I guess would have a ripple effect on other companies. Maybe that's why eroge are disappearing. Otherwise, Konoha really hasn't done much to affect things. Like, it's mostly been one-on-one personal stuff with Mamoru, and I guess he's in kind of a position of influence for the most part, considering where he's at and all that. So I guess, yeah, you could have rippling effect off of that for sure. That was a fun bit there. I guess you could call it a time traveler problem, which Mamoru would never understand. That line there was a good one too. Wimp discrimination. Yeah, you can tell she's from 2023. But yeah, Kaori, best director. And also, yeah, just Konoha being a cleanup person. I really don't feel like that she needs to go that far, but she looks like she's having fun. It's all good. But yeah, like I said, the VTuber segment, when she just did the VTuber impression, that was the best laugh I've had in quite a while. So that alone made the episode worth watching, made the show worth watching. It was so good. Like I said, if you're gonna have a show that tries to be really like modern, you don't want to fall into the trap of being like, hello fellow kids, cringe and all that. So if you're gonna do it, like, do it well, do it accurately, convincingly. And I think the show does. Like, that did not look like, a boomer's attempt at understanding VTuber culture right there. Like, they nailed it. So I'm glad the show was able to do that as well as it is. Because I can very much believe Konoha is a modern 2023 girl. Like, the show has definitely convinced me of that with her character. Everything about it. At least the Japanese one. Like, if it was an American one, it'd be a very different show. She'd be telling everyone how problematic all these eroge are and their bishoujo culture is, it'd be a very different show. Let's just leave it at that. But yeah, I think that's about all I really have to say. Just, it's always great to see her reunited with the alcohol soft people. Characters from my perspective, people from her perspective. But also, we got a good shout out to Sengoku Rant's cover. I'm not sure we got that before, so I definitely appreciated that. But like, if we ever get like a full-blown cameo scene with Alisoft, like we go to their company or see anyone from there, like if Tada shows up in the show at some point, says hi, you want to see me lose my mind on screen? That's how you make me lose my mind on screen. If Tada